Hi Sammy.
Hi Steve.
Nice to see you again, pal. It's been a while since
Yeah.
we've done the last one.
Definitely.
I believe you've been busy.
Yeah, been focused on my music, got a few videos out and doing pretty well.
I seen you on YouTube the other week and you had over 60,000 views.
Yeah, it's
So
insane.
that's
Really
so.
good to see.
Yeah, so we'll do another update podcast.
Yeah.
Next week.
Hard work pays off.
All right. Yeah, absolutely, mate.
Definitely.
Yeah, brilliant. So I thought we'd just talk a little bit about, obviously, UCAN and Parent 999. We've had a number of questions over the last number of weeks about how to do certain things. So it's a little bit of a facts and a little Q&A. So Sammy's going to ask a few of the questions that we've been asked quite regularly and see if I can answer and try and help people.
So it's from a lady and she's having problems with a teenager and it's causing a rift between her partner and her and other family members.
Yeah, that's a big one, that, Sammy. A lot of times we get people that have just at the end of the tether, I suppose, the right way of putting it, and it's really has serious implications on the whole family. So it's not sometimes just the partners, whether they're together or they co-parent or live separately or whatever. It's other family members as well. So the only advice I can get, there's plenty of stuff on the website, we've got videos and stuff, but in short, this video is about just offering some very basic support to those who need it, particularly with Christmas coming up, is try and work together. If you do have and you're going to have differences of opinions, maybe some different parenting styles, don't let your teenagers sort of see you arguing in front of each other or having disagreements. Try to put on a united front. Easier said than done, and I know that. That's one of the reasons I said Parent 999 offers support out of our support. If you need to get in touch and just have somebody independent to sound off, that's what we can do. But try and put on a united front and sort of look at boundaries and all that sort of thing. Not going to go too heavy into giving you a full, because each scenario can be slightly different depending on the family dynamics. But there's lots of information on the website. We've even got a what's the word for it, Sammy? On the website, you can type in a chatbot. That's the one, as well as an AI agent. But again, try not to just plug what we're doing. But obviously, it is part of what we do. So United Front. A lot of times, teenagers can play each of the parents or adults or carers against each other. So just be mindful of that. So as I said, loads more info on the site. I think hopefully that answers that.
Yeah, definitely. So it's from another parent and they say, I feel like I betrayed my son by calling the police on him.
This is a tough one. Obviously being in the police, got called to a lot of situations over the years where a parent or carer or family members had to call the police on their son or daughter. It's not an easy decision to make, and I would liken it a little bit to the statistics for domestic violence. Depending on what if it's aggressive behaviour, antisocial behaviour in the home, and it's aggressive behaviour, it's similar to domestic violence in terms of parents and carers don't want to call the police, which makes perfect sense. And quite often it's over a number of times that this has happened. For DV or domestic violence, it's usually about over 30 times. I would say it's not dissimilar for whether it's adolescent to parent violence and aggression or antisocial behaviour or criminal conduct. Maybe they feel that's the right way to go. It's a judgment call, and again, we've got lots of support on the website that we can help with that, because it's emotionally upsetting. Like I said, that person there felt they'd betrayed, but sometimes you've got to keep yourself safe and other family members. So this isn't, it's not one, what is the saying, one thing fits all.
Yeah, we're going to, the student always, if you feel those who betrayed them, you're probably doing them, if you're only young still, we're going to be able to, learn from our experience and see their actions or consequences. It's definitely important for kids to know that.
Yeah, that's a good point, Sammy. And again, for the police background and knowing how a lot of this system works, because you call the police doesn't necessarily mean that someone's going to get prosecuted. In the moment, if it's needed, somebody feels threatened or there's something that's serious that you might need some intervention, police can also advise on or have contacts with multi-agencies that also offer support. So that's a lot of work that I do with UCAN, which is part of Parent 999, is sort of strategy meetings where different professionals can sit around the table and try and support young people without actually criminalising them. Easier said than done. There's so much to unpick, but I'm just trying to give a brief overview.
Yeah.
And again, not everyone fits into the bracket of needing social services. There's lots of people there. So I have some clients that they don't meet that threshold for that support, nor do they want that. They want a much more discreet service from people that have got the experience and how to support.
Yeah.
And it is about supporting. At the end of the day, it's
about wanting the best for a minute.
Exactly. An example can be, I'll give you one quick example from a week ago. Advice was given to a parent carer, well, if they, as a consequence, take the phone off them.
Yeah.
Well, that's okay in many circumstances. In others, it's not, especially when they're then on the on top note and threatening to stab people. And this is the level. So phones are an addiction in a way, especially for young people. It's a way of life, isn't it? And again, without going into too many details, there are so many dynamics. But again, please reach out. You know, we do have a subscription service, but we also offer advice as well. You know, if you're struggling, give us a shout.
Yeah, the support's there.
Yeah.
So it's from another parent, and they say, I can't get my teenager to go into school.
That's a huge problem again, Sammy. Obviously, you and my lad, you know, at school at the same sort of time. I know that you go to the same schools, and it kind of
school's difficult.
Yeah. Do you mind sharing? How did you find school?
I didn't. To be fair, I was always more, you know, like figuring out who I wanted to be and what I wanted to do. And I liked English lessons. Obviously, I like writing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I like computing. Ended up going to college for that as well. But in school, I didn't really enjoy, you know, most like being there a lot of the time. But you know, you'd like pretending to be able to freaking like go on the Xbox all day and stuff like that. But yeah, school, it's don't know. I feel like some people it's made for some people it's not. But it's all about the reasons as to why you're not going in. Because like, I just didn't enjoy being there. So I wouldn't go in some days, but most days I would be there. And I feel like it's definitely worth going in whilst you're, you know, still growing. And yeah, just I didn't enjoy school, but like it's definitely an important part of growing up. Because it's definitely worth going into school, I'd say, as you. Yeah, not sure.
Yeah. No, that's great, Sammy. And I think
I preferred college.
Yeah,
College was great.
I find a lot of people go from school to college.
Yeah.
And it's a whole different experience.
Yeah, different ballpark.
Would you say what the difference was? Just so
I was able. If you're in school, you're like set to like a certain, you know, like the same people. But in college, there's all sorts of people, like, you know. So.
You feel you got treated more of an adult?
Yeah, treated more of an adult in college as well. And I go to uni now as well. And
yeah, doing great, aren't you?
Yeah, I've got my head screwed on a bit.
Yeah, go on. What are you doing at uni? Tell everyone.
Music business and event management, so I can you know, get into that side of it eventually.
Yeah.
With my music and stuff.
Yeah, with your career that's taking off, isn't it?
Yeah.
And that takes hard work, as you said.
Yeah.
But you've gone through the system, stuck with it.
Yeah.
And now you.
It's worth sticking with it, so you have something to fall back on as well.
Yeah. Definitely.
You always need something there to, you know. Like, I got 4 GCSEs, but I've got like maths, English, and science, so it's like.
They're the main ones.
Yeah, so I was happy with that,
Yeah.
but I was pretty disappointed the other day, to be honest. I was like, God's sake.
But it's the start, and again, it's never too late. It's what I tell young people all the time. It's never too, you know, it's never too late.
Yeah.
Early 20s, 30s, 40s, even people can educate themselves.
I didn't make my first song until I was 18.
Really?
Yeah, so it's never too late. That's
it. Was that a case of having the confidence to do it, or it just kind of came, that's what I wanted to do, just something like a light bulb moment, or? Yeah,
it was, I'd never actually, like, I've always, like, been interested, you know, like, writing music.
Yeah.
And I used to, you know, like, write songs when I was in, like, like year 10, but it was just like writing like rap songs, like diss tracks and like Lil Yachty and like post, like people listening to it. I don't know why I was doing it, but eventually I met Alien and then we ended up. He was like, yo, jump on this song. And I was like, yeah, I've always wanted to.
So he's like another artist, is that right?
Yeah.
You were telling me on the way up here, yeah.
Alien's the one that I started music with, and it's all about finding new people, and so we can like empower you to do stuff. That's it.
That's great, yeah. So going back to the young people, so I do a lot of work with people that they're called NEET, not in employment, education or training, and it's a huge problem. I just want to say to parents and carers and siblings that you're not on your own. It's a growing problem. As Sammy said before, mainstream school isn't for everyone.
Yeah.
Some of the alternative settings are fantastic. We do a lot of work with young people. Those are more geared up for people. They may have an educational healthcare plan, in which case they've got a diagnosis, ADHD or something similar.
Yeah.
But not everyone has that. And some people, quite frankly, from the transition from primary to secondary, it's a huge leap.
Yeah, it is.
So I've had a lot more sympathy since working with young people in schools over the last 10 years. And it really is. I mean, somebody might say, well, you know, a 20% attendance rate is shocking. Well, you know what? For somebody who might not have been in school for 2 years, it's better going in and trying to explore the reasons why they're not going and what is it they're interested in, and trying to look beyond the school years because they're short-lived to sort of what like you aspire to be getting
like,
to music, you know.
There's a future ahead of everybody, you know. So it's all just about like just getting through it whilst you're there, and then after that you'll be all right.
Wise words, Sammy.
So we got the fourth thing here. What support the Parent 999 and you can offer?
Well, I think I've covered most of that, to be honest.
What
I was going to just say was, so Parent 999 was set up in 2018, as was UCAN. I've had questions about, well, what's the difference? Because I've got like the UCAN t-shirt on and we're plugging Parent 999. However, on the websites, they are linked. So the idea was in 2018, I was going to doing private work for families who are struggling with teenagers, not going to school or smoking weed, you know, lower level stuff. Anyway, at the same time, I was working in a school and another staff member suggested, well, with your background, he said, why don't we set up a community interest company? And that's what UCAN is. So Parent 999 is a private company. UCAN Northwest is a community interest company, and we got a little bit of funding as a result of that to work with young people. So that's why there's sort of that's why we exist. So UCAN focuses on group intervention work, like we've seen with the crime scene stuff, workshops around gang culture, knife crime, all that sort of thing. We also do work with the universities, healthcare students, and set scenarios, as I said earlier, about multi-agency approaches to trying to stop unnecessarily criminalising young people. Parent 999 is going to transition, or is transitioning, to an online service and out-of-hours support. So that will be sort of coming up as another promotional video on exactly what we've got to offer. Does that... I think that kind of covers...
Yeah, Parent 999 is more like an online service. And UCAN's like where people can, you know, get workshops.
Workshops and stuff like that. But either way, you can reach out to us on either of those, and listen, everything's not about the money for us, it's about if we can help, we will help.
Definitely.
Right, Sammy, look forward to your video next week, and Donny Storm Part 2.
Oh yeah.
Nice one. Cheers.